Just here for the politics. I'm Ward 5 candidate of Tarboro, Ryan Jones, and I'm with still champion of Ward 7, Rocky Mount, J. Kelly Walker. I'm going to let him introduce himself, though, for real.
Prime done it. I'm J. Kelly, Rocky Mount City Council, Ward 7. Just won re-election. That's who I am.
So, like, tell us the battle to get in this victory.
Man, that was tough. It was tough on me. 2025 has been a year. But like I said, I found out you learn just as much in the valley as you do at the peak. So I had to push through after everything, every attack, every comment, every assumption, every rumor. I beat it all. And you find out in life that everything that, you'll beat everybody that thought they beat you. And no matter what was tried, I kept the main thing, that was the people. And I ran for the seat to get reelected for the seat. So the four greatest words you can hear in the democracy, the people have spoken. They spoke. So you get to do it again, and some few things will be a lot different. You have a different approach after, the first term. But the first term you got to be an owl. You do a lot of listening. You do a lot of seeing, figuring things out, because you don't know it all until you're actually there. I don't care how many city council meetings you've been to. And when you got to make the decision, it hits a lot different. So I'm honored, but I know it took something out of me. I was pulling from different areas of life, from therapists to my mom, dad, to pastors. It was a lot. And I was under attack a lot by people that quote scripture but don't live it.
Whew.
I was under attack by a lot of folks who quote scripture but don't live it. In church every Sunday, every Bible study, I was under attack. And so I tell folks, sometimes they don't need you to preach a sermon, they need you to live one. So I live it. And I kind of figured out the people that kind of can quote every scripture in the Bible and in church every Sunday can be some evil people. So I put my blinders on and kept moving. And I think I would just pray that God would just keep me covered in it. 'Cause there were days, man, I really just was like, this ain't it. Like, why? Why they don't look at the work? They're looking at, this that's out there. Are they just trying to take somebody else's opinion? But I always remember one time I heard a quote, man, that you had purpose way before they had opinions. So I kept the main thing, and just stay focused. Had an old lady knocking doors. She was 89, and she's like one of my favorite people in the ward. And she told me, and she opened the door prime. She looked and said, "I pray for you daily, but stay focused. Keep your eyes on the road and stay focused." So,
man, for one, a lot of people don't want to get into politics, but we need more people to get into politics. I know you said something in the early episode. You may give somebody else a chance to run and to see that. And for you, like, to be in this position, to be serving, does it make you feel like, I'm serving the people, but you're not perfect, but you still serving the people, and they still trying to find ways about it. And they like to manipulate conversations and stuff and twist the stuff up to whatever benefits their biased thoughts. And it may be some factual thoughts, but it's still biased thoughts, I guess what it is. But, like, how did that make you, and it's hard to put this one right here is kind of hard to unpack. Well, for me to unpack, but it's a thing, like, for one, to see all that going on, to piggyback on it, but to also see all your friends, all your people that was there at the polls with you through it all. Like, that's what real friendship is. I think you put up a post the other day talking about something. Your consistent people you don't treat as the other.
Like everybody.
Right, because, like, for them to still be there, to go through it, and they know your situation. People like to run when the kettle get hot. The real ones stay. Yeah. The ones that make it seem like it's bigger than what it is, they run. And, like, how did you handle that? Outside of just the ones you thought that had your corner, made kind of like pushed away. If some pushed away, I don't know for sure.
I think, man, it's just like Lauryn Hill said it best. They got so many things to say. They talked about the man most high. They go on every street in every city. Got a Martin Luther King drive a street. They talked about him. You're going to be talked about. But I think it was different because it's people that that really, just like social media, you loud. the Facebook educated people, the people with a doctorate degree from Facebook, who you feel you feel validated from social media. Like, so you don't. I never, like I said before, I don't read the comments, and I block out the noise. But it's still, I'm human, so you would still like see certain things, and you be like, well, like I just saw you. I just saw you. You could have easily asked me this in person. And the state that the city's in, the rumors that's not true. Oh, who got you here? Why you're not in a $30 million hole? So you're trying to get ahead of that. Like the city's not in a hole. It's kind of like you trying to find the why. Don't nobody know. Oh, well, y'all signed this, but really you signed some of those documents so you can save a few dollars, like for your water bill, the next year for your light bill, the next 2 years. So, we took the whole, but you thinking that the numbers is not making sense, like what's really been gone out the savings. So, but the city will come back a lot better than what is leading into this. So we'll come out on the better side of this, and I'm excited about it. But you got to make some uncomfortable things because we got to grow. And I think we have got comfortable with certain things. So when you're comfortable, it's kind of hard to grow. But the city's headed in the right direction. We got a plan. I think council's finally at a place where we're definitely clicking and getting along and working together. And that's what makes it fun and make the job so rewarding. Taking care of the people, also the peers that you work with and you got to go connect with to get the votes. And we've been working pretty good together to get through this situation. So,
where do all your doubters come from?
The comments, the opinions of what somebody else. Like I said, it's the every Sunday church goer. Like you quoting the Bible, but you definitely ain't living it. So I just try to quote it and I try to live it the best way I can. I'm not perfect, far from perfect, flawed, very flawed, but I'm very know who I am. That's what's important. I know who I am and whose I am. And therapist told me, Prime, I was in therapy, like I do that anyway, but it'd be like I keep the politics out of the therapy room, but it had to open up. And she told me one day, so whatever you do in this life, remember this. She said, don't personalize what's spiritual. A lot of folks want to make it personal, but you're sitting on a mission from the Most High, and don't forget that. So that meant a lot. And my mom and my dad it was like every day, man, my mom would talk 3-4 times a day. Like every time someone would beat me, I would call my mom, call my dad. And they carried me, and my family was very helpful. My friends, man, I put my friends up against anybody. I got the greatest friends on this earth, man. I do. The way they took off work, the way most of them got off work early to come support at the polls, and it was just like very supportive. And like some people don't know help till we need help. So like, they'll catch that one later. I don't want to be one of those people. Because I know I need help, but I also want to be somebody that helps somebody along the way too, with whatever I can do. Because I know I'm on borrowed time, so I try to, and I think that's what God looks at, how helpful you and genuine you've been with helping somebody else cross the line. So,
no, I agree with that, and just hearing that, like for me, I ain't gonna lie, I go to therapy myself, so I be once a week. It's healthy, meditate, things like that. So, where does Jay Kelly go from here?
Man, I'm going to keep growing. I'm going to get better at whatever I do, and shift my focus different ways. Like, I don't know, just what ways can I even be more transparent in this role? I thought, we did ward meetings quarterly. What can I do just to get things out even more to the citizens, not only in the ward, but to the city? And what way can we continue to grow this city, like, and be aggressive with it? And let them see results. That's the main thing. Because over my 3.5 years on council, we've done good things, but it's been overshadowed by negative things. So what way can we paint the picture and be even more positive about the great stuff that we have done? And we've done great things. It's like, even if it's people look at raised taxes, but you ain't looked at the first 2 years we didn't raise them. We would say no. We would move certain things for you not to do. So a lot of stuff people don't really look at until it hits them. And you be like, well, dog, I got to be thankful for what you did do last year. But I think just painting the story and telling it a lot better. So that's definitely what Jay Kelly do going forward.
Yeah, I believe in it. So, and I'm always a firm believer, man, in like the most powerful people in the world are the ones who've been through the most devastating experiences, or experiences that may be devastating them. Everybody has a certain bar level when it comes to devastating. Everybody's devastation is not the same devastation. Those are people who have the real experience. It's not saying the people who haven't done anything, haven't been perfect, is bad either. But those people can really relate to so many people, help so many people who going through things like that. And sometimes you need that person who's been through that to really be the one to tell somebody, no, that's not right. The perfect person, or the person they quote unquote want to say perfect or whatever, is the one who ain't been through it. They probably just say, no, this is not right because the law says it's not right, or this is not right. But the person who's been through it can say, I've been down this road, I've done this, I've done that. I'm telling you for what I know, not just hearing from talk play. You know, and I think that, so I think the challenges a person go through, or if a person hits rock bottom, they know what it takes to get to the top, because they know they got to climb. You at the bottom, you ain't got no choice. Is what my uncle say in New York. We at the bottom. It's only one way, and it's up. So, you know, and that's where I'm at. Anything else you got?
Like, when you said the bottom, I think one of the main things, one of my favorite sayings I've ever said is, what wisdom won't teach you, rock bottom will. And rock bottom teach you stuff that you can't learn at the peak. So you're in the valley, you got to go through it. And you got to go through it to get through it. And I think most of the time you pray and you just look at God like, I never been through a storm that didn't run out of rain. But I never seen nothing grow without rain. So you need it. And you thankful for the moments they reshape you. And while you in the valley and you down at rock bottom, you just pray to God that he cuts the dead weight off. Whatever got me here, let me learn the lesson. And I think most of the time in 2025, what I learned is on my way down, I met God, but I really got to know him at the bottom. I really got to know him. So I'm thankful for that. It's grew me spiritually. It grew me as a man. It grew me as a son. It grew me as an uncle, as a brother, as a friend, as a councilman. It's really grown me. How to just hold your head up and just go through the fire. Go through it. And if it's always easy, you're not going to really get too much. And I don't really care to tell my side of the story because I know the truth. So I just keep pushing. I keep going. And you need the people with their opinion. Everybody got them. But you got to stick to the facts, too, with some things. And some people just not going to like you. And that's okay, because I probably don't like you neither. I probably never liked you anyway. And most people mad that you are where you are because they want what you got.
Right, or they feel like you're numbing, or you're mean, or you're numbing
they
yourself.
They going to ask how he get there.
Yeah.
God's how I got there. I worked for it. I was, like somewhere. It's not about popularity. I had to go somewhere and I had to talk it. I had to be able to sell it. I had to be able to prove myself. And most people don't get that. And some people, like I said, just not going to like you, but you need them. Because when I see you, you're not really talking about too much when you see me, So Facebook, I just kind of distance myself from that too. Like social media, just do the work. Do the work.
And I learned a lot already for this campaign, Ren. So what you got for me? What you about to say?
That's it, man. So I asked you, as you're going into the fourth quarter of your race, early voting starts. Like, what's one thing you learned running for city council? Like, what's one thing Prime found out on this journey?
A lot of work, it's different from the space of sports, Ram, videography. You like, if you want votes, you got to hit people's faces. You got to see faces. You got to talk. You got to get signs out if you need signs. You got to create content. My opponent, he's a good person, but he hasn't had to do the things I've done. I really had to my motto is I can't outspend. I can outwork. And I know I can't outspend them. I'm just being straight, just transparent. They got it. They'll act like they ain't got it because that's what they're going to say, but they got it. It's just, it's simple as that. That's most people who got money usually don't talk about money. So, we know they got it. And we think they could do things and, good family from what I know and the little bit I had with him. Like me and him said the other day, he came up to me, he just said, win or lose, whoever wins or lose, we should be friends. And I respect that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's deeper than just that. And I get that. But he also know, he'll tell them quit. Like, he know I'm working. They know I'm working. Everybody in Tarboro know I'm working. And in this race I'm sorry, phone. But, for me, I learned that. I've learned that you'll have so many people coming to you who going to be there or they may not be there. You can't tell when it's time to get into the trenches.
Yeah.
You know, when it's time to stand out in the front line. But I still appreciate it because I do have a lot of people who have been behind me the whole time, just been alias, and I appreciate it because they have, and I understand why. You know, so a lot of people probably like, how's it getting done? You'll be surprised who behind Prime. You know, and I know that, and I know it from all angles. Mm-hmm. It ain't just me. It ain't just black people. It's everybody that knows me in Tarboro. So the people they think might fool them, but that's what it is. And so for that, man, is that seeing a lot of chaotic stuff, past life situations, people coming up with everything. Now, everything that you said, like I felt that. And you been in the seat. Yeah. I'm just in here chilling. And I done came what Jay-Z said, fresh out the frying pan into the fire. Yeah. They scorching me gasoline right now. Yeah. But at the same time, for me, I don't know, I just always had a stand strong mind. Like, it's not me like being mean to the world now. I just understand I got to numb the noise. I know I got to numb the noise because if I numb the noise, I can't pay attention. One of my donors told me a while back, he said, you know how Mew, back in the day when they held the mule and they had like these things around their neck because they got to stay forward. Because if you hear the noise this way, that way, the mule ain't gonna never get to destination because he has to stay. I just been like super focused, listen to music, listen to people, being around people who just keep me abreast. I'm going to expect people to like me. I'm going to expect people not to like me, and I understand it. But I also know my gifts, and at the end of the day, whether they like it or not, in this world, I've realized that whether you like it or not, you got to look at the candidate. Who's a better candidate? Who can really do things? Not about what you feel personally. It's about where can this candidate take us more so than that. They always say they want things to change. Not all, but some. But if you got the same result and you got the same thing, by the election time over, and the same thing goes on, people will be saying the same old, but you have a chance to vote. You have a chance to change that. You have a chance to get out here and really make the real change. It don't matter what. I was talking to one of my friends yesterday. He understood like the game plan. You know, he understood not the game plan, more so like he understood. He'd like to say I was giving him game. I really won't. I was just understanding, like, I understand life, and I feel like politics and everything. Yeah. It don't matter where you're at. I mean, you may just have big boy politics like this, but you got politics in sports, you got politics in education, you got politics in right, even relationship, right. So politics is everywhere. It ain't nothing you can say. When I hate when a person always say I don't get into politics. Yeah. You in politics with your business. If your business gets shut down, that's politics. You may have another person who then endorse a person or invest into another fish market company, and they going there and you catching the bad hit. Politics is everything, man. And I think that when I hear people discuss things and I hear the game plan, like one thing I learned, it's a lot of groups that just no matter what they going through, they can hate each other guts. But when it comes to the common goal in life, they gonna stick together. Yeah. I guess it's the concept of conquer and divide. But they gonna stick together. Yeah. For whatever it is, they'll probably say we're gonna handle our situation later. Yeah. We're not gonna do that. No, we just gonna forget it, quit, make that vote. And we always complain about change. But you have to have Oh yeah, that's another thing. So I'm glad. Thanks, produce. So like we have to vote, and when you have a lot of people in your ward that are registered, or a lot of people that's registered voters, and they don't come out and vote, period, and they won't change, and you still ain't coming out to vote, I don't know what to say. I mean, some things are just logic. But but even if you don't, and that's another thing too. I know some people say we don't like neither candidate, so we ain't gonna vote. But have you looked at the candidate's policy? You ain't got to like neither one of them. But their policy may align with what you're trying to talk about or what you want done in your community. And you need to be able to still look at their policy count. Yeah. What are their policies? Okay, I don't like neither one of them. Cool, great. But can this person's policy make more sense for me and my family? When people start looking at it like that and get that unbiased out their head and the clutter out their head on that, then we'll have something real that'll come out. But until then, you can't keep saying because Billy and Bob don't like him because he did this and did that, and he ain't really giving them. Go ahead, because you about to talk.
Even when I say about that, I'm never mad about a write-in candidate.
Right.
You voted.
Right.
You cast your vote. Somebody bloods on that vote. Somebody cried to go in there and vote. Somebody was beat to go in there and vote. Especially even with women. Like it was, you went through a lot to cast your vote. And it's kind of like we got into a way we lost our way. We take that so for granted. Nothing's changing. But I think if anybody's on mayor's seat, the city council, the House of Representatives, the Senate, the president. I truly believe if they could go anywhere and put up beautiful buildings, a community full of houses, there's no blight, they would do it. I really believe, but that's not how it works. Like,
right.
It takes policy, it takes land, it takes zoning, it takes so many things to bring certain things there. You competing with other places, and it's just not a city council thing. It's not just a mayor thing. It takes everybody to close the deal, to bring it there. Like, how many times have you went to Sky Zone and asked to speak to the owner of Sky Zone and try to see what would it take for Rocky Mount to get this, or what would it take for Tarboro, Eastern North Carolina to get this? Probably never.
Right.
But we got so much energy behind the keys.
And that's another, you right. And that's what I was going to say too. It comes a point in time where everybody always says too, before I forget, is that their favorite thing is, it's not that person time, it's not this time, or you're not ready yet. Man, you could drop dead tomorrow. Well, so who going when you talking about the time, and then your time may turn into 20 years from now, it still ain't nobody's time. Then it's 30 years from now, it ain't somebody's time. It's 40 years from now, it ain't somebody's time. It's no time for no time. Like, you have to do what you have to do to figure out what's what. And whoever runs, like I said again, we said earlier in the episode, that you said in another episode, is that at the end of the day, you may make somebody unnervous whose purpose is for this. But if you don't make the move, how can you get something done?
I told him, Brian, when I first decided to run, I didn't talk to a lot of people. Talked to my mom, talked to my dad, talked to a few of my friends, and I talked to God. And I said, God, if it's meant to be, I only want to go off your time. They told me, well, wait, figure it out. You know, see who announced first. I ain't got time to wait. God made the picture so clear. I'm going to give you everything you need to do. Just go. That's what I did. So people say wait your time, but if you feel it and it won't leave you alone, do it. Do whatever's on your heart. Don't put it off for tomorrow. People are dying. People are having heart attacks, strokes. People being diagnosed our age with cancer. You here for not a long time, but you're here for a good time, man. I was listening to a podcast, All the Smoke, with Michelle Obama, and she said her mom got diagnosed with cancer, and I think she was in her late 80s. She said, man, as they're going through it, and doctor appointment, said one day in the back of the car, she just yelled out, wow, that went fast. So she's like, your appointment? So she's not like, no, life. It's like life went by fast. So prime in my 30s, I look back, I remember 15 like it was yesterday. Time is not on my side. Yeah, you're a young man. I'm not a young man.
that's the line too. Don't know. People say that too.
I don't know when my doorbell of life's gonna ring, when the death angel's gonna ring it and say it's time to go. But one thing I will say, when it do ring, I'll look at it and tell them I'm ready. I've done everything I wanted to do. So I don't know. You gotta wake up and really be who you say you're gonna be, because you can't lie to yourself in the mirror. Don't matter the perception of nobody else. Can you look at Prime in the mirror, or look at J. Kelly in the mirror and lie to you? That's who matters, you. When you get to the pearly gates, God gonna judge off you. So I'm not just falling in love with me.
Yeah, like, that's me right here.
Yeah, my flaws and all. I love you, man.
Yeah,
you all right?
Yeah,
you keep going and know who you are. When you know who you are, nothing else matters in this life. Keep that important. So that's what I do, man. Keep the main thing, and stay focused. So if you know, man, you're a young person out there, I guess, or you're an older person, you know, do it. Don't live with regret. They say the richest place in the world is the graveyard. If somebody was working on a cure for cancer, they're in the graveyard. So keep living, man, and just do it. And I think don't worry about failure, don't worry about success. Somebody that's very successful but stressful. Somebody that's homeless but at peace and happy as I don't know what.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. Yeah, my race is pretty much like that. It's focus driven, consistent, getting people on the ground. Yeah. And I don't even know what else to say after that. I just know right now it's not personal, but it's like a level of focus to where, like, the noise has been calm, the noise has stayed away. And if you ain't for the ride, or you ain't for the next chapter, stay on that page. But that's what I'm waiting for. The next chapter means it's time to turn the page. Yeah. It don't mean I ain't forgot about the last page.
Yeah.
but it's time to turn the page.
Yeah.
And it has to be turned eventually. A page ain't gonna be on the same page forever.
Yeah.
You got to be able to turn the page, no matter what happens in life, whatever you go through, whatever it is. Next chapter means
Absolutely.
you got to grow. Like you said, you need rain to grow the grass.
Yeah.
It got to grow. Next chapter.
And don't put a period where God meant to put the comma. The English teacher told me, she said, why you put a period though instead of a comma? You have more to write in that sentence. You could have combined that sentence. I never forgot it. She said, whatever you do in this life, don't put a period where it's meant to be a comma. And I live by that. I'm just living the story that's already wrote for my life. God already knew what I was going to do before I done it. So I'm just living, and I'm only living off his plan, not off man's perception or opinion of me. I know I'm sent by a higher power, so stay focused, man. You be all right. You
right.
beat everybody that beat you. Stay focused.
You're right. That's my motto too. It's like you can't stop what can't be stopped. That means whatever God wants for you, you can talk till your throat get dry.
Yeah.
God wants it. It's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
It's nothing nobody can do. So, and that's my motto, and that's my mission. That's what I'm focused on. Solution driven, fully focused, consistent, driver's seat. Next chapter.
That's it.
That's all I got. You got anything else? I'm sorry.
Tell anybody, tell myself, anybody that I said before when we started the show that your attack gonna come from people you're gonna be shocked from. And I mean, like I said, there's always the people who can quote the Bible front and back, but not living a piece of what they quoted all by the Bible. They the most that'll gossip. They're the most that attack you. They're the most that'll throw the rock. But I think I've been kind of like, I don't know. I got rocks in my hand. And once I throw them, it's what David done when he went against Goliath.
That's right.
He had 5 rocks. And he only threw 1. But he kept the four rocks in his pocket for a reason, just in case he had to throw another one. So I tell everybody that attack me, I keep the rocks in my pocket. And I'm very well prepared for your attacks, 'cause what you chasing, I've been there. So stay focused, man, and just be mindful of the people that can quote the Bible and go to church every Sunday, every Bible study. The songs get to sing, and they the first ones to stand up and yell out to them. But they the same ones get in the car that don't want to shoot the gun and do the attack. So stay focused. Tell God keep you protected, man, and he'll do it. So stay focused and keep the covering of God over. You'll be all right.
No doubt, man. Gratitude on that. And with that being said, that's all I got. Just here for politics. Jay Kelly, Ward 7 Councilman, Rocky Mount. Candidate Ryan Jones from Ward 5.